Hi class, today's assignment was on finding primary sources on Liberty's website and how we could use those sources to enhance a class on American history and how we can use these sources in a pedagogy and in information literacy. The topics that I chose were the study of children and child rearing. That's particularly interesting to me as a mother and homeschooling mother, and also as a tutor and someone who's very involved in the field of education and literacy. And so that's something that I wanted to particularly look at. Now, what I thought was interesting is one of the articles, it's called The Value of a Child, and this was written in 1753. So this would be like in New England before America was actually America, part of still the New World. And it just talks about the care of children, looking after their influences, which is still, you know, how I view things today. Also, it said, when the body of a man is brought forth, his mind, his better part, is, in a sense, still unborn. It belongs to us to light the understanding of our children, to excite them to proper action, to moderate and direct their passions, and to do all we can to let them into the right way of life. I thought that was a very interesting way to look at like childhood development, that even though their body is born, that their mind, the best part of themselves, is still unborn, and it's up to the care of up to the family, the parents, to guide them and to, you know, basically lead them into their greatest asset, which is their mind. So I thought that was interesting, written in 1750. This was written to, it was a letter to a daughter. It was written by the Society of Friends and in Philadelphia. And I just thought it was interesting how they viewed child development, which is still somewhat how I view it today. And this could be used, one of the things I noticed was interesting about this primary source is the spelling. It seems that all the S's are typed, at least in this, as an S, I'm sorry, as an F, which I think is the old way the S's were formed, but it's something that I would like to look into, and I think it'd be interesting even in the, looking at the language, the etymology, and the even spelling, or type. But I was able to just automatically translate that in my brain, that actually any F's I saw should probably be S's. Anyway, so I thought that was interesting if you look at the etymology portion of it, the words and the spellings. But also just in the culture of the people at the time. The other interesting thing I found was an advice and caution from our monthly meeting at Philadelphia, and it's concerning children and servants. I thought was also interesting. They were very big on making sure that the children were in good company. And one thing they said was that there were a lot of people that were of ill repute in the neighborhood or in the community, and they were generally from, quote, importation of great numbers of the vicious and scandalous refuse of other countries. So basically immigrants. They thought immigrants were the poisoning part of this society, which was interesting because really they were all immigrants, but I guess by this point there had been a couple generations born at least on the soil. They said that the morals would be printed now to the children, and that will be the people of the next. So that's something very sobering to think about, and it's how they looked at things then, and it is the truth of how do things now. It did say there should be bodily correction with willful and habitual lying or obstinate disobedience. It said that, which is of course would be very controversial now. And anyways, these could be used to kind of help people understand the culture and the time and the motivations of the people during the early New England history. Thank you.